This is me, cooking with cow stomach, chicken feet, and frog legs, all just to recreate Zelda's most cursed food. A very dubious food. From the hit game, Breath of the Wild. Now, if you haven't played any of the Zelda games in recent years, dubious food is what happens when you mix a bunch of random ingredients, usually monster parts, into a pot and cook it. The game censors that with a blur, implying that it's really, really gross and disgusting. It's the worst food that you could eat. And today, we're gonna bring that into real life. Now, much like Link in the Zelda games, I too have a quest, alright? That quest is to become the greatest chef in the world. Now, before I show you the ingredients that we're gonna use today, just know that this isn't just some gross shit on your screen, okay? This is a challenge. It's supposed to be a challenge, okay? And the ingredients that I chose are supposed to represent monster parts. So with that little warning, by using octopus, frog legs, chicken feet, tripe, and head cheese, we can make something very close to what's in the game. I only succeed in this if I can create a dish that looks exactly like it does in the game, but tastes like restaurant quality food. If it tastes as bad as it looks, I guess you gotta watch me suffer. As a chef with over 30 years of experience, I've seen thousands of ingredients, but I've never worked with these ones before, so I genuinely don't know how this is gonna go. Now it's time to process this beef tripe here, but don't worry, because we're gonna get to the octopus, the chicken feet, the head cheese, the worst one, later on in this video. Wish me f***ing luck, man, like this is rough. And we'll start out here. I thought it might be a good idea for this video if we take a literal Breath of the Wild. And I thought it might be a good idea to not destroy my kitchen for once with the smell of the food that we're cooking. This is beef tripe. It smells like cow. It's from the stomach lining of a cow, and we're using it because it's similar to the Bokoblin guts in Breath of the Wild. Right now, I'm boiling these so they don't taste like shoe leather. It's extremely tough when you try and eat this, so you gotta boil it for a while. And when it's cooked right, it can be unbelievably flavorful. It can taste amazing. And when it's cooked wrong, it tastes like. Now, all we really have to do with this is just keep this going for about 30 minutes. So that's what we're gonna do. We're just gonna stand by it, watch it. 30-minute timer. That's all we gotta do. Now, normally we would season and then grill this, but I want to cook this all together in one big mess at the end of this. And plus, I don't have my Gerudo spice on me right now, so let's just move on to our next ingredient.
This delicacy is known to have very, very potent effects under the proper circumstances. Ta-da!
I had to go inside because it started raining. These are frog legs. And honestly, they're probably the least gross thing in this dish. I'm gonna be keeping these raw for now because I don't want them to get overcooked. They're usually covered in guts, and that can get really slimy. So yeah, we're just gonna wash these. Now, the reason I chose these is because they're extremely bony. And if you look at the food in the game, you see this giant bone sticking out of there. Now, this position is where we're gonna lay our frog legs when we're plating it, so it looks almost identical to how it does in the game. And to be sure that we color this dish right, I have developed a plan to make this whole thing purple. And believe me, I've already accidentally dyed a few dishes purple. When I'm done, this is gonna look so perfectly like dog vomit, you won't even believe your eyes. So with that, let's move on to the ingredient that I was least looking forward to. Chicken feet. Some say these are delicious, and some say, that's the most disgusting thing I've ever seen. Get the away from me, I don't ever want to talk to you again. Which is fair, because for something so high effort, there's not a lot of reward to these. I think chicken feet are some of the most overrated foods that you can get. But you didn't ask me, so why am I telling you that? It doesn't matter. Now, to prep a chicken's delicious succulent feet, first, we have to remove the toenails, because these are completely indigestible to the human body. You don't want to eat them. Now, there's a single spot at the palm of the chicken feet. It's super tough, so we're just gonna trim that off. And I tried to take the bones out of these guys, the chicken, like, arms. It's really gross. I can't even show that footage. I can't even show you. Next, we're gonna wash them, and I don't normally wash my chicken, but these things were walking around in their own. And finally, we're gonna blanch these. 1, to assist in me taking out the bones, and 2, I don't want any chance of crunch happening when I bite into one of these chicken feet, okay? I don't around with the crunch factor. The more and more I go through this, the less excited I get. And this just kind of smells like slime. So yeah, we're just gonna let these cool off and we'll move on to our next ingredient.
Hey, we're back outside now. Wow. You never know what to expect on Cursed Cooking content.
Now we get to move on to one of the more normal ingredients in this pile of filth. This was $40. Octopus. This stuff isn't really too hard to prep, but trust me, it was still annoying because I had to drive 2 hours to get this damn tentacle. First, we'll peel this skin, and then second, we'll chop it up. Then boom, bop, boom. That's how you cook the octopus. So great stuff! All of the ingredients are prepped now, right? There's nothing left to prep anymore, right? There's nothing left to prep, right? There's all the prep's done, right? We can just get right into the dish now, right? I don't think there's anything left to prep anymore. I think we're good. I think we're good. Yep, I think we're doing fine. There has never been an ingredient I've known that I wanted to use less than head cheese. If you don't know what it is, head cheese is basically the ground down face of a pig. And usually it's done very sanitarily, but it doesn't matter. It's still the ground down face, eyeballs, and nose of a pig. Now, if you ask me, this is the literal embodiment of choo-choo jelly right here. 1, it's gelatinous. 2, it's really slimy. And 3, it'll cause a strange effect to your body if you eat it raw. Get the camera out of my face. I'm not gonna eat that raw. I had to analyze the flavors.
Now, this is the part of the video where I tell you exactly how we're gonna combine all of these into one dish. And after running countless studies on this, I discovered that the wisest, most sensible, lore-accurate way would be kind of like a stir-fry. But that means we're gonna have to act really quickly if we don't want anything to burn here. Now, since our frog legs right here are still really raw, it's wisest to start here and then work our way through these, frying on high and getting a ton of color, as much as we can. But we still need to season this, don't we? Don't worry, I've got you covered right here. Now, since a lot of these ingredients here are kind of seafood and seafood adjacent, these are kind of like a seafood boil. So, by combining garlic, clove, celery seed, and cayenne, salt, dried oregano, garlic and more garlic, and garlic too, this should make this taste spectacular. I hope you learned something because I sure didn't learn anything throughout any of this. Now, in order to dye this whole thing purple, we'll shred 1 red cabbage, boil it until it's like a paste, basically. And we'll throw that in just at the end of the cooking process. For the green, we'll use some spinach maybe at the end, just toss it on. And for the yellow, we'll toss 1 chunk of a very yellow bell pepper into that. Now, all of this should lead to this looking pretty much identical to the thing in the game. So now comes the true challenge. Making this mess taste something like food.
I remember being a kid and thinking to myself, I would love to create a YouTube channel about this game. Like a gaming channel. Suddenly, 8 years had passed and I still hadn't done it. And I wasn't mad at myself. Just shocked that I still hadn't made this. And as we go forward here, I want you to keep in mind, I was happy no matter what. I got to make food from a game that I care about. But somewhere along the lines of me filming this, for me, the video stopped just being about the food. And it kind of became more about a connection to a much younger version of myself. One thing's for sure, I know a younger version of me, a young Oliver, would be so proud of his future self. So I guess what I'm trying to say is that no matter how this cook turns out, I'm still proud. Now, I know you're not here to watch me gush about my past, okay? Like, nobody's here for that. You just want to see how this dish turns out, and that's totally fair, I get you, I'm excited too. So with one last thing here, if there's anybody out there who likes this game as much as me, I'd love to hear from you. Leave a comment. If you like the video, give it a like. And, well, if you like me, throw me a sub. Why not? Anyway, with all that out of the way, here's how this turned out. Wow, the dish that's supposed to look like shit looks like shit! We did it! I think I really outdid myself on the plating here, I'll be honest. Like, looking at these side by side, it's honestly shocking how close I really got. So I guess what it all comes down to is how good it tastes.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a journey, you and me together, on this. I ended up going with the chicken leg bone from the chicken feet for the bone here, because when I stir-fried the frog legs, they immediately fell apart. So I don't know where to start with this. I guess we'll start by taking that bone out and tossing it just to the side there. We'll start with this little piece of octopus right here. Bottoms up, baby, here we go. Oh, it's spicy. The octopus is very chewy because I overcooked it. What can you do? Oh, this is the beef tripe, the stomach lining. Bokoblin guts. Okay, power through it. We're gonna power through this. Actually, that's really good. That's super good. That one's a lot less chewy than the octopus. Next up here, I don't know what this is. I don't even think I want to try that. I'm trying to find a frog. Ooh, this is a crunchy thing. I have no idea what that is. Spinach is amazing. What the f is this? This is the most stressful meal I've ever eaten in my life. Oh, this is head cheese. I think it's a piece of the nose. It's actually not bad. It has a little bit of a funk to it. I'm still on my mission to find a piece of the frog, because I know the one I'm least excited for, and that's gonna be the chicken feet. Frog, hello, Mr. Frog. I know you're in here. That's a piece of frog right here. Oh, wow. Again, it's pleasant. I forgot, I have to try the chicken feet. I still have to try you, don't I, chicken feet? I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. No! No! Come on. Get to it, Oliver. You can do it. It's just a foot. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I don't think there's a way to make this dish a 10 out of 10. You know what? No, we'll give it a 6. We'll give it a 6. The flavor is there. It's really tasty in terms of flavor profile. But the meats that we needed to use here, it throws it off completely. Like, it tastes fishy, but at the same time, it tastes like salami and like, I got spinach in my teeth. Oh, it's not spinach, that's chicken strings. It tastes spicy, but it tastes like ham, and then you get a bone, and you're like, I don't know what the I just ate, but I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Don't do this to me. So anyway, I really enjoyed this episode. This was a lot of fun. Leave a comment below if you guys like these like video game type videos, because they're a lot of fun for me to make. If you want to keep up with me, I stream Friday, Tuesday, and Sunday, all around 8 o'clock p.m. Mountain Standard Time. Give this video a like if you want me to hunt down people I know, freeze this dish, give it to them to taste, and they have to rate it out of 10. All right, bye!